Hello, I am Pushkar, Master Teacher in Chemistry at Vedantu, and I am discussing JEE Advanced 2021 Chemistry paper. Here is a question from Electrochemistry. Some standard electrode potentials are given. Pb2 plus Pb minus 0.13, nickel 2 plus nickel minus 0.24, Cd2 plus Cd minus 0.4, and reduction potential of Fe2 plus is minus 0.44. Clearly, the most negative is, most reactive is among these is iron, then cadmium, then of course nickel, and then least reactive is lead 2 plus. To a solution containing 0.001 m of X2 plus and 0.1 m of Y2 plus, the metal rod X and Y are inserted and connected by a conducting wire. This resulted in dissolution of X. That means X is acting as a anode and Y is acting as a cathode. So the correct combinations of X and Y are respectively. First is cadmium and nickel. Let's check it out for the cadmium. If cadmium is written first, that means it is acting like X, and so it needs to be dissolved. So let's call this X, let's call this Y. So E naught of cell must be equals to E naught of nickel minus E naught of cadmium, and E naught of nickel is minus 0.24 and E naught of cadmium is minus 0.40. Clearly the difference is considerable, and the difference is minus 0.24 minus 0.24 minus 0 point. This is nickel, cadmium and nickel. Nickel is cadmium is minus 0.40. So that is coming out to be 0.16, and this is positive. If this is positive, that means this reaction is feasible. So the first option A, that is E naught cell value, and you add it in this 0.05591, so it's quite positive. The reaction is feasible. That means option A is the correct option. Similarly, for the option B, Cd and Fe is there. Fe will act as a cathode, so minus 0.44 and minus of 0.04, so that is coming out to be in B option minus 0.44, and cadmium minus of minus 0.4, so that is coming out to be minus 0.04. So that is E naught cell. But if we add in this 0.0591, this number is going to be positive. So E naught is slightly positive. So this reaction is also feasible. In option C, we have lead cathode minus 0.13 and nickel anode, which is 0.24. The difference is of 0.24 minus this is equals to 0.09, and it is positive. And so that is definitely, in fact, this is 0.11. So this is definitely positive in C. So E naught cell is definitely positive, and the value is equal to lead Pb2 plus minus 0.13. So we can write 0.13 minus, that is nickel. Nickel is minus 0.24 minus 0.24. So that is coming out to be 0.11 volt. So that is E naught cell, which is positive, and if you add into this 0.0591, it is still more positive. So this option is also a correct option. So A, B, C are correct. About D, nickel and iron, so there is a considerable difference, and if iron is acting as a cathode minus 0.44 and nickel is acting as an anode plus 0.24, so 0.20 volt, and which is negative. So in D option we have E naught cell is equals to minus 0.20, and if we add in this one 0.0591, still it is going to be what? Negative. So this reaction is not feasible. So option D is incorrect. So the correct options are, in which dissolution of metal will take place, is A, B, and C. So that is the answer. Stay tuned for other detailed solutions of questions in this paper. Thanks for watching.